Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to build an n8n workflow with just Claude Code that works really well. Okay, so let's begin. So I'm going to show you what I would do if I wanted to create a new workflow through Claude Code. Okay, so I'm going to show my screen. Okay, so here we have Visual Studio Code. This is my workspace. So if I type something in here like CR, right, that's going to launch Claude in bypass permissions mode. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to wait for Claude right here to be ready. So it's going to prime this. What this does is it basically reviews what I've been up to and then tells me basically like what's to do today. Okay, so we're going to wait for that to load up, and I'm going to show you how I use WhisperFlow. WhisperFlow has been a game changer for me, right? So if I say, hi Claude, I'm doing a YouTube video walkthrough on how we build n8n workflows in this workspace. What I'd like you to do, I'd like you to list the tools that make it possible for us to build n8n workflows through this workspace. Not only that, I would like to, you to explain on how we can make them very good in one shot. What supporting files do you have? Have you learned much from memory? And I want to you to suggest something simple for us to demonstrate. Right. So I'm just gonna press continue on that. Normally I would use plan mode. All right. You can see down there, but I'm gonna leave it on bypass permissions mode as I think Claude can one-shot this. So you can see here that I'm gonna drag this up here. So we can watch Claude thinking and talking. Oh, how nice of it. All right, I had to pause the video because I've been delivered chocolate in the form of brownies as well. So basically we can see here that the tools that make n8n build possible are MCP servers. You can download these quite easily. We have some skills here, the build n8n workflow and the rebuild n8n workflow. So there are certain rules built into these to say to never touch a live workflow and to do duplicates of that, to not ruin an existing workflow that's published for a client. So yeah, as you can see, we have some rules and guardrails, so we can check this out. This is in the tool efficiency rules, so not only for n8n, but for my Google Sheets, this kind of thing. So this is important. It's something that you can build yourself, something you can ask Claude to help you with. So the reason why we rarely need a second pass is that it validates before we deploy, not after. So by the time that it reaches us, it should be tested, so it's ready to deploy. And it has access to a whole folder of information about the nodes in n8n. So it's very good at building it. What else do we have here? So we have a memory for the workflows. So every time you build something and it kind of messes up or isn't right, it will save up to memory and you'll be able to then build better workflows over time. Oh, look, here it says what I've learned from memory. So here are some things that it's learned from builds that we've made with like Stripe payment links and Google Docs. Okay, so this is what's recommended for us to build a URL metadata fetcher. Okay, so I think that we can try this one out. Okay, Claude, I think the suggestion is good, but I'd like to build something a little bit more impressive for the camera that we can build on one shot, or attempt for one shot. Something that's visible, something that may be related to emails or to, yeah, I think something related to emails is good. Okay. Okay, we can see here it suggested an AI reply drafter. I have some credentials already in n8n, so it's able to do that by itself. Okay, so I'm going to say, yeah, go with option 1. Both of the credentials live in n8n, but I would like the reply to be drafted in the voice of a pirate, please. All right, let's see what it does. So it's a 6-node workflow, webhook trigger. basically just receives some form of data. Set node will clean up the data. AI node will classify and draft a reply. The Gmail node is going to create a draft. Okay, well, we can see the draft in n8n, and then you can turn that node into obviously a send email if you like. So we can see here that both credentials live in n8n. The pirate voice it is. Okay. So you can see here that it likes the idea. I'll use a Gmail account, open an account. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this with Claude once you have these tools installed. If anyone watches this video and does not yet have the tools installed, then I'm going to create a document that's going to link you to them. So you can download them and use it as I'm using it now. Okay, so it's been cooking for about 4 minutes, and built and validated first pass, deploy inactive. Here's where it stands. Okay, so here we have it. One thing I haven't proven yet, 2 run pan paths. Want me to activate it and test it? Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's see what happens when we activate the workflow and test it. So whilst that's happening, what we'll do is we'll open up n8n. Okay, so it said that the workflow is activated and it's testing it out. We can see here that it's running through errors and then fixing it. So, great pirate reply in the execution log. Okay. Now, it's sending the test email. Let's see what happens within n8n. So, here is the workflow that it just created. All right, so it looks like it's fully active. And what we can do is we can see the pirate reply. So this is what the n8n workflow looks like. It receives a webhook on an incoming email. Let's open it up. So it's hooked up to my Gmail, and then it is gonna, let's look at this. This is a set node. So this is where it takes the content of the email and then changes the data. This is the pirate reply with ChatGPT 4.0 mini. It says here to be a playful pirate voice, which is quite cool. Create a draft through my Gmail account and then respond. So let's see if we have any executions here. So we have a success. Let's see what the execution is and if it succeeded. Okay. Here we go. So this is what the email would come out like. Ahoy there, Chung. You be wanting to throw a grand gala for 300 scallywags, all right? Something like that. Anyway, for the purpose of this demo, you can see that Claude Code can generate fully functional n8n workflows in one shot. I've created far more complex workflows than this. I'm going to create a downloadable pack where you can download all the tools you need to create n8n workflows with Claude Code or with Codex. Now, n8n is really useful because you can break things down node by node. There are other tools out there like trigger.dev, which do similar stuff, maybe better, but you don't have the visual aspect of it. So that's why n8n is still great. It's still great to show to people to see how it works. And I hope this is useful. I'm going to include those documents in the description, and nice one. Bye-bye.